All right, day number 32, I think. So today we took two losses. We took minus 290, and I'll walk you through my thought process of why I took these trades. So as you can see here, there's this daily fair value gap, which at the time that I started trading was not filled yet. The 12 hour is about the same thing, so the fair value gap is about the same place. Then the 4 hour was bullish, so not bullish but internally bullish. So we can see that we have this gap fill right here. Then we go test this order block. This order block holds, and we close above this, and now we're pretty bullish. The 1 hour, same thing. So anything between here and here is bullish. The 15-minute turned bullish after this candle right here, and the 5 and so on. So we got news at around 3 p.m. and those news push us to these highs, and this is a daily fair value gap right here. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, the 15-minute looks pretty, this was the candle at the time, the 15-minute looks pretty long. So technically anything between here and down to here is a lower high. So I thought it was a good idea to play the 15-minute internal structure. So I went down to the 5-minute, right? And I see this fair value gap right here. And I see it basically getting inversed. So I see this at the time. I see this candle close. This candle was not formed yet. And I said, okay, so inverse fair value gaps are first signs of reversals, or at least pretty good signs of reversals. Let me look for shorts on the 1 minute. So I see this, and I see that we got this high, and then we broke this low. We got a test of this order block, and then we sell off lower. So I said, wow, this is great opportunity. Let me short this. So I've put my stop here, and my TP was around this area. This is a 15-minute breaker block right here. I thought if we are reacting on the 15-minute after the 5-minute possibly being bearish by inverting that fair value gap, and the 1 minute being bearish, then we might go to either this section right here or the fair value gap and then bounce up and continue the trend higher. So I guess you could say that I had a valid thesis if it was not for the fact that on the daily I was bullish. And if I had just waited, and because playing internal structures on lower time frames is not my best thing that I can do, right? This is like this setup that occurred right after is my best thing. So you got this low, you got a break of structure on the 1 minute, wait, and then you play to these highs again. This is what I know how to play properly, given a bullish day and opposite for bearish day. So I guess, yes, I had a valid thesis, but I went against my initial thought process. I mean, if you look at it now in hindsight, it doesn't make any sense to short here, because anything from here to here is just a lower high, and I want to look for the lower high on the 1 minute. I want to look where the 1 minute reverses, so that could possibly be the 5-minute lower high, and then we continue the trend higher, right? This is what I like to play. So I guess I didn't follow the rules. Like, this would be a good setup and would probably hit TP if the 5-minute was bearish, but it wasn't. So I guess I don't know what to classify this trade as in my journal. So I guess I'll just classify it as invalid because I went against my daily bias. And if my daily bias is longs, I only take longs, and that's it. So what happens after? I see this, and here is this was retarded, to be honest. This was just me trying to rush a trade. Um, so I see this. I see this push up. There's this fair value gap right here, and I see this, and then I immediately see this candle going up, and I said, okay, we've engulfed it. This is an order block. Let me long this, right? And I long this to this target. And as you can see, it went straight to the stop loss. I longed it with one contract. I think that's $78, 74. Because two contracts would go over my risk management, so I just decided to go with one, and that's 74. And yeah, and I just got stopped out. This, I don't even know what I was doing here. This was purely an emotional trade. Because I shorted and then I longed because I think, I should have stuck with my initial plan. So why did I short? I need to go long, and this is it. I'm gonna make my loss back. The part of making the loss back was literally what went to my mind when I longed this. I'm gonna make my loss back, and I'm gonna end the day at break even, and I got a bigger loss. So yeah, I'm just gonna journal now. I'm gonna go to TradeZella, take screenshots, and journal. What bothers me the most is that I was patient this whole move, right? And I wanted to long this fair value gap because the 15-minute at this time, the 15-minute had break structure. The 1 hour could be potentially bullish. We were almost ending it. The 5-minute was bullish, and the 1 minute was pretty bullish as well. So I thought, why don't I long this fair value gap right here with the stop there and my TP here? And I didn't long this. Actually, the stop was a little bit lower. Because technically I would have taken this as a breaker. So I was just betting that this would hold. So, and this aligns with fair value gap, so that would be a good setup. But there was news at 3 p.m. So I just decided to not take any trades before the news and wait for the news. And again, what bothers me the most is that if I was patient and played like my initial plan, which is 1 minute, break of structure, being bearish, set the internal low, and then play the reversal on the 1 minute, because that would be a 5-minute, could be a possible 5-minute low, and then long that. And if I was patient, I got filled here, right? I got filled here. And if I was patient, just 1, 2, the break is here. Yeah, if I was patient, just 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes out of my day, if I was patient, I would have put the stop loss probably below the breaker because I would have been pretty aggressive there. And my TP was here. And I could have got out with $500 instead of being taken out for $290. So I guess always stick to the plan. This trade, this was pretty retarded. I don't even know why I take this. This was just because of the loss that I was pretty annoyed and wanted to make the money back. Which hadn't happened for a long time now. But, this was a valid setup if I was bearish on the day, but I was bullish. So that's it. This is quite long because I ranted for a little bit. That's it for day number 32. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.